Welcome back to another episode of the Coaching from My Wheelchair podcast. I'm your host, Coach Jay, and today the topic is about blind optimism versus balanced optimism and how to stay grounded while maintaining a positive outlook. Let me start by asking you a question. Are you the type of person who always sees the glass as half full? Maybe you're the cheerleader in your friend group, the one who's always saying, everything will work out fine. Optimism is a powerful force. It inspires us to pursue our goals, persevere through challenges, and believe in brighter days ahead. But here's the truth. Optimism isn't always helpful, especially when it veers into the realm of blind optimism. Blind optimism happens when we focus so much on the positives that we lose touch with reality. It's when we ignore the risks and challenges that are staring us in the face. And while it may feel comforting in the moment, blind optimism can lead to professional missteps, personal disconnection, and unpreparedness when life takes an unexpected turn. In today's episode, we'll explore the difference between blind optimism and balanced optimism, dive into the risks of being overly positive, and learn how to cultivate a mindset of realistic optimism, one that keeps you motivated without losing sight of reality. I'll share real-life coaching stories, actionable strategies, and tips you can start using today. Plus, we'll answer some frequently asked questions about navigating this fine line. So, if you're ready to harness the power of optimism in a way that's productive and sustainable, let's get started. Let's begin with some clarity. What is blind optimism, and how does it differ from balanced optimism? Blind optimism is when we focus solely on the positives, ignoring potential challenges, risks, or red flags. It's the belief that everything will work out perfectly, no matter what. While that might sound comforting, it can lead us to make decisions that are uninformed or unrealistic. For example, imagine you're starting a new business. A blind optimist might say, "This is going to be a huge success, there's no way it could fail." But what if they haven't done any market research or thought through potential obstacles? That's where blind optimism becomes dangerous. Now, let's contrast that with balanced optimism, also known as realistic optimism. Balanced optimism acknowledges the challenges while still believing in the possibility of success. It sounds more like this: starting this business will be tough, but I'm confident that with the right preparation and effort, I can make it work. The key difference here is that balanced optimism is grounded in reality. It doesn't shy away from the negatives, it incorporates them into the plan. So, why do we tend to lean toward blind optimism? Here are a few reasons. The comfort of positivity. Focusing on the positives feels good. It helps us avoid uncomfortable emotions like fear, doubt, or frustration. Societal pressure. In today's culture, there's a lot of emphasis on thinking positive and avoiding negativity. While positivity has its place, it's not always the right answer. The optimism bias. As humans, we're naturally wired to overestimate the likelihood of positive outcomes. Psychologists call this the optimism bias. It's our brain's way of protecting us from stress and uncertainty. Fear of failure. Sometimes, blind optimism is a defense mechanism. If we don't acknowledge the risks, we can avoid the fear of failure, or so we think. But here's the reality. Blind optimism doesn't protect us from failure. It often sets us up for it by leaving us unprepared for the challenges ahead. Let's take a closer look at how blind optimism can negatively impact different areas of our lives. Professional pitfalls. In the workplace, blind optimism can lead to poor decision-making and missed opportunities for growth. Leaders who focus solely on positivity often fail to address team concerns or acknowledge brewing issues. I once coached a manager, Lisa, who prided herself on being a positive leader. But her team started feeling frustrated because Lisa would dismiss their concerns with phrases like, "Don't worry, it'll all work out." Over time, this led to a breakdown in trust and communication. Through coaching, Lisa learned the importance of balancing optimism with active listening. She started creating space for her team to share their challenges openly, and the results were transformative. Personal perils. In our personal lives, blind optimism can create emotional distance in relationships. For example, if a loved one is going through a tough time and you respond with, "Just stay positive," they might feel dismissed or invalidated. Real connection requires empathy and acknowledgement of the full spectrum of emotions, both the highs and the lows. Health risks. Research shows that blind optimism can lead to risky behaviors. For instance, people who believe they're invincible might neglect regular health checkups or engage in habits that put their well-being at risk. This is where balanced optimism comes in. It encourages us to take proactive steps to protect our health and address potential issues before they escalate. Now that we've identified the risks of blind optimism, let's focus on the benefits of balanced optimism. 1. Improved decision making. Balanced optimism allows you to make informed decisions by acknowledging both the risks and the rewards. 2. Stronger relationships. When you practice realistic optimism, you create space for honest conversations and deeper connections. 3. Greater resilience. Balanced optimism empowers you to face challenges with confidence, knowing that you've prepared for the possibilities. 4. Enhanced well-being. Research shows that realistic optimists experience less stress, heal faster, and maintain better overall health compared to blind optimists or pessimists. How can you cultivate balanced optimism in your daily life? Here are some practical strategies to help you stay positive while staying grounded. Acknowledge challenges. Start by being honest about the obstacles in your path. Denying reality doesn't make the challenges go away. It just leaves you unprepared to face them. Focus on solutions. Once you've identified the challenges, shift your attention to finding actionable solutions. Balanced optimism is all about taking proactive steps to create positive outcomes. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating optimism. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what's going well in your life. Seek diverse perspectives. Surround yourself with people who can offer honest feedback and help you see situations from different angles. This prevents you from falling into the trap of tunnel vision. Reflect on past resilience. Think about times when you've overcome challenges in the past. Reminding yourself of your ability to persevere can boost your confidence in handling future obstacles. Let's wrap up with some frequently asked questions about optimism and how to strike the right balance. Is optimism always good? Not always. While optimism has many benefits, it's most effective when it's grounded in reality. Can pessimistic people become more optimistic? Yes, by practicing habits like gratitude journaling and focusing on solutions, even pessimistic individuals can develop a more optimistic mindset. How do I balance positivity with realism? Start by acknowledging both the positives and negatives of a situation. This balanced approach allows you to stay optimistic without ignoring the challenges. Here are my final thoughts. The power of balance. Optimism is a gift, but like any gift, it's most valuable when used wisely. By embracing balanced optimism, you can navigate life's challenges with confidence, resilience, and a clear sense of purpose. And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for joining me today on Coaching from My Wheelchair podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with someone who might benefit, and leave a review. Remember, staying positive doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means believing in your ability to create a brighter future while staying grounded in the present.
You can also buy a copy of Coach Jay's book, Coaching from My Wheelchair: Tips, Tidbits, Tools, and Strategies for Improving Your Personal and Professional Self-Development, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can also connect with him on social media, on Instagram at TWCCSLLC, and you can also find him on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and through his website at therightcoachingservices.com/podcasts.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember to stay educated, stay informed, and learn something new. Until next time, this is Coach Jay.